Hello, everyone. Welcome to YapCast.
So I'm Lisa,
And I'm Sai.
and today with us we have Hassan.
Banner.
Yeah.
Okay, so in this podcast is where we dive into meaningful conversations about education, society, and everything in between.
Yeah. All right. So today we have Hassan, and we are going to talk about a crucial topic, which is education really equal in Malaysia? Yeah. So we want to talk to Hassan because he just finished his practicum, and
So basically, he has teaching experience.
yeah,
Somewhat, yeah.
yeah.
So should we,
Yeah, go
dive
on,
into
go
the
ahead.
question? Yeah, you're okay with answering this question?
Since I have 3 months of teaching experience, I hope this covers whatever that y'all asking me. So let's do it. Let's do it.
All right.
Let's
okay.
go. Conflict theory, developed by Karl Marx, argues that society is shaped by inequality because wealth, power, and resources are distributed unevenly. Applied to education, the theory suggests that students do not begin with the same opportunities.
Access to quality schools, technology, financial support, and learning resources can significantly influence educational success. As a result, educational inequality is viewed as a consequence of unequal access to opportunities rather than differences in individual ability.
So the first question.
Bing, bing, bing.
Okay, so when we talk about educational inequality in Malaysia, what does that actually mean? And is it still a significant issue today?
Whew, talking about inequalities, there's a lot of inequalities in Malaysia, especially in education. Like, as a person who had to fund his own money to get into a college, yes, there is still inequalities in education. There's a lot of people who are, very unfortunate with those that, had to get a loan from PTPTN and have to fund their studies, and those who are privileged enough that has, all that money in their bank and fund themselves by that. And then there's people who are very lucky enough in
Yeah.
terms of being Bumi Putra, but I don't want to talk about that. We don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
But since I'm not a Bumi Putra, I have more struggles than I believe I do. So, as a person who tried UPU after SPM, I get a lot of offers. I did, but the thing is, those offers did not met my how do I say, the requirements that I wanted. The things that I wanted to be. So I felt like this does not work. If I ever like join one of those courses, I may not be interested in what I'm learning. So I'm scared that all that time spent on that course itself, maybe I don't know what to do with that. I might be having a diploma, but what am I gonna do next? That's the question. So I chose to be an English teacher somewhat because my sister is an English teacher. So I thought, why not, follow her way? And somewhat I found UCSI College where there's a lot of good people there. And I kind of found my way and found what I want to be.
WUCSI.
Yeah.
Not sponsored, but yeah.
Not sponsored, but yeah.
Yeah.
And inequality still exists and it's kind of tough. But hopefully Malaysia, one day we sort that things out, Gen Z are literally like we are empowering. We are literally stepping up our game, and we're trying our best to dive into a world of people who are really really not that good when it comes to workspace. So we're trying and thriving. So I hope there will be a better future for Gen Z.
All right, Hassan.
Mm-hmm.
When we are talking about the inequality, right? So, okay, how does students' socioeconomic background influence their educational opportunities and academic success? So, what do you think about it?
Yeah, like I mentioned before, the more money you have, the more easier you can get your diplomas, degrees, and also masters. But masters, maybe not so. But at least you have something you can do with the money that you have. But for those who are very unfortunate, they have to, fight their way out. So fight their way, towards through like education, assignments. Maybe if they are very very unfortunate, they have to work while doing their diploma degree. So time is all they have, so it sucks, it really sucks, it does sucks. Yeah, it hopefully government are doing a lot of initiatives today, like funding all the students, like PTBTN,
Yeah.
for example, those that are having like 4 flats, their loans are basically cleared. Boom. No more loan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're basically done. You're good to go. You can go study further, and we'll be supporting. But for those who are not that bright enough, yeah, you still have to pay with your own money for
Yeah.
loans.
Yeah.
But still, we are trying. Malaysia is still trying to do something that's good for students.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you for Malaysia for that, right?
Shout out to Malaysia.
Shout out to Malaysia.
Sweet Malaysia, negaraku.
Negaraku, bro.
All right. So Hassan,
Mm-hmm.
from the perspective of conflict theory, why do some students appear to have more educational advantages than others?
Okay, so a lot of factors.
Yeah.
Money, one of them. I explained earlier. Some of them, like cable connection. If you know what I mean, people that
Yeah. Cable connection.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So people who has a link
Yeah.
somewhat in that industry, in that course, maybe get offered by the people who works there, and maybe they're not interested in that course, but somewhat the people who are working there be like, you know what, why not you do this? I can fund for you. I can do, I can give you a lot of advantage, even rigging the exam
Yeah.
assignments.
Mm.
Maybe. I don't know.
Kind of like unfair though.
I don't know. It didn't happen to me. I don't know.
Okay, as a teacher, right? How do you see this?
As a teacher,
How
yeah,
do you see this?
when it comes to like cable, when it comes to educators, employers should not hire teacher who are within the cable connection. No,
Mm.
teachers should be trained. Like these two right here, I'm here. We are here. Like we are trained. 2 years in diploma for what?
Period.
We are trained. So I don't want anyone who's like, okay, Malaysia is kind of desperate in need of teachers, but you
Yeah.
can't just hire anyone to become teacher, because there's a lot of things that you have to keep in mind before becoming a teacher. And those things you can only learn from a proper formal education. You can't just like, oh, we need you to teach this place. Can you do that? And people who have no teaching experience, or they just have knowledge of that subject but they don't have the teaching experience, like we're talking about teaching children, okay, if they don't have that experience, it would not, how do I say, it will have its cons, okay, because patience is what a teacher need. If someone who is hired who has no patience or whatsoever, they should not teach children. That is not the way. So yeah, teachers must be trained.
Yeah.
Teacher must be trained, and they should be evaluated by higher ups to see how their performance are, and then they can work as an educator.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Somehow I also see that passion plays a role here, right?
Yeah,
Passion,
yeah,
exactly.
passion.
So talking about passion, for those who are willing to spend their whole day in a school and you have the passion for it, go ahead, because we don't have a lot of people like that.
True.
To be honest.
True.
People are running to find money, and there are some people who are there to just want to save all these children. Nah, I'm talking in a perspective of savior. No, just like, how do I say, just a good educator in
Yeah.
words. Just want these kids to have a bright future.
Yeah.
That's the only goal that they have in their head, and that's the passion that that would bring them further and bring all this new generation further.
True. Do you think students in urban or rural areas receive the same educational opportunities in Malaysia?
Yeah,
Why or why not?
Yeah, you went to a government school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So based on your experience, like, what do you think?
So my government school is an urban, where it's literally a city. Okay. A city, brickfields, so it's basically a city. So yeah, for there I think we have all the facilities that we need, like computer lab, we have a hybrid room, which is a big TV which works like an iPad. So we have all those technology facilities in urban area, but
Mhm.
for this rural area we're talking, they might not have it. But based on my experience, I have never gone to all those rural places, but based on what I heard about from people, from my lectures and stuff, I heard that even some people are struggling to bring internet to rural areas because they don't get line like, like you have to like climb a tree. Yeah,
Oh.
there's a one news where there's a one kid trying to do her exam. She has to climb a tree. So
yeah.
you all heard about it. Yeah. So they have to do all those stuff while we're just sitting here. Okay, let's see what we have on our assignment. Boom.
No.
We have assignment. Well, do it later. It will be like that, but we should be grateful that we have all this technology facilities
true.
on all this advantage, because they don't, and they are thriving to go further.
Yeah.
But I also think like students who come from those type of circumstances, they actually value education.
Yes, yes, a lot. Because they know what education is. For us who lives in urban area, we kind of don't really value those. Not really. Some of them, some of them do.
Some.
But some of them who are privileged enough, they don't get to taste what it's like to not have privilege. Yeah.
All right. So, okay, as a teacher, right?
Mm-hmm.
What changes do you think that could help, like, create a more equal and inclusive education system in Malaysia?
Oh, there's a lot, but I would say inclusivity. Inclusivity. Is that yeah? I think I'm saying it right. So yeah. When it comes to inclusivity, right? What? How do I pronounce inclusivity?
Yeah, it's okay. We can Google that later.
Yeah, you know what? You know what I mean.
that thing.
one.
That one, yeah. When it comes to that, I think teachers should play a part. Should not abandon any type of kids that they're dealing with, because if you abandon one, right, in early stage, and they grow up to be like a delinquent, or someone who has very less exposure to proper education, their life might be jeopardized. So that is very, very scary when it comes to an individual, because they want to thrive, they want to they have dreams, they want to be someone who is rich. We all want to be rich, don't we?
Who doesn't?
But the thing is, we have to teach all these children, so that it's kind of difficult thing to make them understand that education is important. Even now, some of us don't really value education that much. So,
Say that.
and these kids, they have to be like willingly to learn. They have to be willing to learn. So it is a tough job for teachers, of course, but that's the risk that you're taking by being an educator. So inclusivity has a lot. You have to be very, very trained, very professional when it comes to the sector. You have to include all type of students. You cannot leave one behind. I feel like it's morally wrong. Yeah.
All right, Hassan. Though, so okay, this could be a bit controversial. Okay, but what do you think government should do? So like, what do you think they could improvise or like do some stuff?
Yeah.
I mean,
Like
I'm not a politician, nor am I in the parliament, but I
mean-
honestly, they're doing great. Okay,
that's
so
a safe play.
safely, yeah. I mean, I know. It all comes behind politics anyway. So when we have a proper leader one day, which is a dream, we all have that dream. I think they could do a lot of things if they put their mind into something. All of them working together and everything, because we are thinking in a lot of ways, from economics, with the recent, gas price hiking up. We are thinking something that is more out, like out of Malaysia, when it comes to, like talking about having a good diplomatic relation with other countries, but we're not thinking about something that's very crucial inside, which is education. So
True.
when it comes to government, right? I mean, a lot of strict measurements, like risk-taking strict measurements that would make the citizen of Malaysia angry,
Mm-hmm.
but it's for their own good. It's very how do I say, very dictator-ish like, but not really. But you know how Singapore literally made it out of hood. It's Mr. Haika class anyway. He explained this to to once. Singapore, they implemented English as their medium in their education. So people didn't like that.
Mm.
Like, why English? English is not our language. But then look at them now. Insane.
Yeah.
Boom. So I'm pretty sure I did not answer your question, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, you're trying to say something like, the educational ministry should be like more strengthened, right?
Yeah.
Strict and strengthened. So
Yeah.
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 hey guys, that's it. Bye.
Yeah, we yap too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is why our podcast name is YapCast, because we yap too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much.
We have to yap about the
Yeah.
things.
But it has the content.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, somewhat. I freestyle everything.
So I think that's all from us. And Hassan,
Thank you
thank
so
you,
much,
thank you
bro.
for being here. We
Yeah, I mean,
appreciate that.
I have nothing to do at home, anyways. Cut that. Okay.
No, don't cut that.
So thank you so much for having me here. I really
Yeah.
appreciate that. The questions are really thought provoking, and it really, maybe you gain some insights from me, but I don't know. Maybe I yap too much. But whatever that you can take, you can take. Whatever good you can take, you can take. Whatever bad, you just leave it. So I'm grateful for being here, for having me and everything. So
Yeah.
yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you.